then if at some point AGI is going to be hit, then maybe the AI is going to build a better version of money than Bitcoin.
Well, it's possible. I think couple things there. One is that there are pretty tight constraints on Bitcoin. So, for example, there's bandwidth that's pretty constrained. That's a physical constraint in the world. Obviously, it gets better over time, but pretty slowly. Storage is a constraint. Um, and technical complexity is a constraint. So the more complex and expressive something is, the more attack surfaces it generally has. And when people think of investing in tech, they naturally go to that question you asked, which is basically, well, what stops the next one from being made, whether it's by humans or in this case, AI? What's to stop a better version from displacing the old version? Because we think of MySpace and Facebook, for example.
Hmm.
But there's a couple factors there. I mean, like Facebook, for example, surpassed MySpace within like the first year, right? So it's not like there was this massive network effect that an upstart came and overturned. And so that's kind of a general approach there. Two is that protocols tend to work differently than most tech, which is to say, once a protocol becomes foundational, in the modern kind of internet world, we don't really see instances of them getting massively displaced once they become dominant. So, for example, Ethernet has been around for like 50 plus years. And what replaces Ethernet? It's always like the slightly faster Ethernet, the backward compatible, slightly faster Ethernet. And it's a fairly dumb system because all the complexity is not on that kind of foundational layer, it's abstracted above it. Same thing for Internet Protocol, same thing for TCP, UDP, simple mail transfer protocol, file transfer protocol, all these kind of foundational things. They're pretty dumb and simple for a reason. Any minor updates are generally backward compatible, and the complexity gets abstracted away. And I think Bitcoin exists in that design space that is very narrow. It would take a rather massive breakthrough to find something that is just way better money. And then two, it's got that network effect attached to it. So you can't just be marginally better than Bitcoin and be like, well, based on all these metrics, this one is, slightly simpler, slightly more secure, slightly, faster XYZ within that very tight design space. Well, then it's up against an existing massive network effect. It's kind of like how you can't just invent a slightly better Facebook. You have to do something totally different and totally better to start siphoning people away from it onto, something else. And so I think it's quite robust from that standpoint. I think for 17 years now, it's been tested. It's been the leading digital asset for all 17 years. Even the biggest one, the biggest competitor, hasn't made a new high in Bitcoin terms since 2017. It's only like 20% of the size of the asset. And so, yeah,